All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tarot Tuesday. I am Zenith, the founder of Zenith Healing Center. And this is a weekly spiritual message that I do every week, every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern, where I use the tarot to channel a live message for each of the 12 zodiac signs. So, welcome. I'm here on Facebook and on Instagram simultaneously. On Facebook, you can like my page, Zenith Healing Center. And on Instagram, I am at goddess_Zenith. So welcome. Hi. Hi, Hillary. How are ya? Hi, Chima. What's up? Welcome. So over here on Facebook, those of you who are tuned in, it looks glitchy to me. Just let me know. Does it look okay over here on Facebook? Looks like everything is good on Instagram. Just wanted to make sure it's looking all right. All right. Let me know in the comments. So before we begin, let's talk a little bit about what's going on right now with the moon and the sun, because we just transitioned into Taurus season. Hi, welcome. And I am a fellow Taurus, so this is my season, yeah? Okay, good. It looks like it's looking good on Facebook. So welcome to Taurus season, the second sign of the zodiac cycle. And currently, today, we have the moon in Cancer. So I am a sun sign Taurus and moon and rising in Cancer. So this is pretty much representation of my own chart. So we'll talk a little bit about what is going on today in the skies a bit, and then we'll go into pulling a card for each of the zodiac signs. Oh, thank you. My birthday's on May 14th, so thank you for the happy early birthday. Shout out to fellow Tauruses over here. All right, so we just had a new moon last week. So currently the moon should be probably in its crescent stage. I'm trying to find the crescent over here. And let's see, it's waning crescent. I am currently using my Arcana of Astrology deck. So this should be where the moon is about, the waxing crescent. Correct me if I'm wrong. And so let's pull a card, a general card for the collective, for the moon sign. It's a little different than what I usually do. And the moon represents our inner realm, our relationship with our emotions, our thoughts, and just what we're like when we're alone, right? When we're alone with our thoughts and reflecting. So let's pull a card for the collective for that aspect, for the moon sign. The moon also represents our feminine side, our stillness, being just in the quiet nothingness, right? We need that sometimes to reset and be still. So let's see what the collective message is for our moon today in Cancer. All right. So we got celebrate life reversed. So it's a reminder to make sure that we're celebrating life and all there is to life. All the wonderful gifts that we have. Remember to be grateful. And it says, I celebrate every day by honoring and respecting all life on Mother Earth. Okay, what a great reminder. So we'll leave that for the week. And the sun is in Taurus. So I have here my astrology deck here. So it says some of the qualities that Taurus aims to be, the sun in Taurus, is tolerant, kind, consistent, steady, and productive. And on the shadow side, it could look like self-indulgent, obstinate, smug, and stolid. I don't know what that word means if anybody knows. But essentially, Taurus is, that vibe can be a little bit, can make you feel a little bit self-centered. And yes, it's okay. Self-care is very important. But when we go overboard, we forget about other people. So the reminder is remember others. And the moon in Cancer, some of the things we're aiming for is nourishment, containing our energy, being receptive, being motherly. And this applies to whatever gender you identify with, but being that motherly, caring figure, and shyness, a little bit of reserved. On the shadow side, you could be oversensitive, moody, touchy, self-pitying, and apprehensive. So watch out for that with the moon. All right. Great. So let's go into the 12 signs. And what we usually do for those viewing for the first time is we shuffle the 12 zodiac signs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is not all of the signs. We're missing. Okay. All right. And then we pick them out randomly. So I do not go in order. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That should be all of them. All right, awesome. All right, guys. So why don't we shout out, what is your zodiac sign in the comments? Let me know what your zodiac sign is. I think by now I might have you memorized, the regulars here, but I'm not sure. Okay. Let's see here. So let's take a moment to center ourselves. All right. So we're going to start with Taurus. That card just fell out. How appropriate. Taurus, since the sun is in Taurus. Let's see. All right, Rosie. Aries sun, this is Hillary. Aries sun, Gemini moon, Aquarius rising. Okay, all right. So we got Aries in the house over here. We have another Aries in Facebook. All right, Taurus, let's see. Okay, so I pulled 2 accidentally. We're gonna go with this one. Sacral chakra. All right. Sacral chakra reversed. So the sacral chakra is the second chakra above the root. And it has to do with sexuality, creativity, expansion, and healing. And the shadow side of the sacral chakra is guilt. So holding on to guilt, they say guilt is anger turned inward towards the self. So what are you punishing yourself for, Taurus? What are you holding on to that's not letting you expand, that's not letting you grow past the usual pattern? Tauruses love pattern, love routine, love to do the same thing over and over. But the shadow side of that is we fall into the same mistakes, the same things that hold us back, that are limiting. They might feel safe, but are they encouraging your growth? So it says, I feel comfortable in my own body and I am sensitive to other people's feelings. So do you feel comfortable in your own body? First and foremost, there's that self-care we were just talking about. And are you being sensitive to others' feelings? So those are the 2 questions, and what's going to help with that? Let's do a little bit more specificity with that message for Taurus. Pulling the Mystic Monday deck, of course. oracle cards are the Conscious Spirit oracle deck. All right, so we got the Three of Pentacles reversed for Taurus. So this is talking about your foundation being totally uprooted. Basically, you need a new foundation. So I think that this is talking about, when we're talking about foundation, we can talk about beliefs. We can talk about, on the physical realm, we can talk about the foundation of your body. Like, do you have a foundation where you're taking care of yourself every day, where you have that routine as that structure, that daily routine? We can also talk about the foundation of finances. So all these things that are, that are primal, that are essential to your life, right? You need to start there. And I think that the message is, if you go back to the basics and really focus on taking care of yourself, then there's some healing that could happen there in letting go something that you are beating yourself up for, essentially, without you maybe being aware of it. And it's time to let it go. And it's time to move past it, because you actually have a lot to offer. And we need you. So we can't be holding back your awesomeness just because you're stuck in some old pattern. So that's the message for Taurus. Note taken. I am a Taurus myself. Okay. All right. Let's see who's next. Gemini. All right. The twins. So the twins, right? There's more to a Gemini at first glance, right? There's always another side. And the shadow side of that is that it could seem hypocritical, or it could seem like they have a split personality, so to speak. But the gift is that they're very adaptable and they can see the perspective, any perspective really. So we have meditation reversed for Gemini, which again is a lesson or a challenge, a reminder, something that's lacking. And, meditating is about being able to regroup, right? And being able to master your own mind, your own emotions, yourself. And I think that what I'm getting is that you really need to come back to yourself and make sure to give yourself time to integrate and reflect everything, especially for Gemini, because it could sometimes feel like you're scatterbrained and you're, all over the place. You're in multiple directions, like you're being pulled in different directions. So meditation for you is about really integrating and having that time to, bring it back to the core and bring it back to what your intentions are, what your motivations are, what your goals are in life, right? So, and it says, I meditate daily to allow universal wisdom to flow through me. So I think it's also about getting out of your head and getting out of planning everything, Gemini, but more allowing source to speak through you and allowing yourself to be guided and supported by the big picture. Okay, so let's see if we can get a little more specific for Gemini. Okay, yeah, that's a nice card. The Ace of Swords upright. Okay, so this is speaking to, coming out on top, right? A victory. It's also talking about stepping into your role as a leader and cutting through the bullshit, right? Like really being able to feel confident, empowered. Gemini, you might feel like it's about winning. There is a win in there for you, yes. But again, humble yourself, Gemini, because this is definitely, a card that is about getting in touch with your higher self, because that's what we have here, right? being supported by spirit. But remember, yes, there is a win, there's a victory. You are going to come out on top, but humble yourself, okay? And don't let it get to your head, because that can hold you back. So we have a Gemini rising over here. I think we have a Gemini moon over here with Hillary. So that applies to you as well, right? It can just, just for those of you that don't know, we have our sun sign, our moon, and our rising. And so the sun sign is the one that most people know about, right? But that is really, just a part of the picture. So the sun sign is about your personality out in the world, and, how people see you, and just like your general personality, and how you interact with, maybe at work or in a public setting. Then your moon is how you are alone, essentially. Your feminine side, the side that's less about doing, which is more like the sun sign, and more about being still and being in touch with your emotions. And then your rising or your ascendant, it's the same thing, is basically like your soul purpose. You're the purpose of your soul, right? Like your overall, like just what you're always headed towards, what you're oriented towards in your life path. So that's the distinction between sun, moon, and rising. So we're on Gemini right now. Welcome, people. Hello. So Gemini, it looks like there's something that's very favorable, maybe something that you feel that you have been trying to get ahead on. It's looking very favorable, but remember to just stay humble, okay? All right, cool. All right, so far we've done Taurus and Gemini. Let's see who is next. All right, we have Leo next. So let's see what's up with Leo this week. Hello. Welcome. So just shout out in the comments, what is your sun, moon, and rising? And if you only know your sun, that's okay. But I want to see what everybody's sign is. Okay. So Leo, this is a beautiful card, Leo. Wonderful. And then it's upright, so that means it's a supportive energy and that you're in tune with it. So it's the spirit guides card. So you are definitely being supported and protected, and spirit is with you. Spirit is healing your call. Spirit is guiding you. You are listening. You're in tune with the universe, and you're in tune with nature. And this is a beautiful, beautiful card, because it's also a very nurturing card. It's about you developing your relationship with your higher self. It's about you being in connection with the big picture, and seeing past the surface, going a little deeper and seeing just the deeper aspects of life. And it says, I open my heart to my guides and trust in the wisdom that they share with me. So there's also that trust, right? That trust that things are going to be okay. Leaning into maybe, especially in these times that we're in right now, sometimes we have to take risks, but we have to keep living and we have to keep enjoying life. And there's a trust there that in the end there is growth and there is balance, and being able to be grateful. So you're really in that vibe, Leo, which is awesome. Let's get a little deeper. So we have here, Brenda is a Pisces and Aries. Okay, awesome. What a mix. Water, fire, and water. Yes, okay. Awesome. So let's see. For Leo, I got the Two of Wands reversed. So the Two of Wands it's really about making a decision and about taking another path, a higher path. It's about the illusion of duality, feeling like you're stuck between these two ideas and feeling kind of torn. But you have to remember that with this card, you can ascend, you can move, gain a higher perspective. I think that this card for you, Leo, represents being able, remember to, when you're feeling stuck, when you're feeling like there's no way out, or, mentally you're feeling kind of stuck in your own mind, to remember to take a breath and look at things on a more general level, kind of like, it's like this metaphor that's coming into my mind is like, sometimes when you're stuck in one place, if you just get to higher ground, climb a tree or something, get up on a roof, like that's what I'm seeing in my mind. Like you see things differently and you're able to get some air, you're able to feel that spaciousness, and you're able to feel clearer in what it is that you need to do, what decisions you need to make next. So that's what I'm getting, Leo. You're really in that gratitude vibe and being able to see things clearly, but there are moments where you do get stuck. So just remember to, get that higher view. Okay. All right, Leo. Cool. So let's see who's next. So let's see. Oh, wow. That's so funny. We have two people here that are Pisces and Aries, Brenda and Vanessa. Wow. Okay. Sagittarius. Let's see what's in store for you this week. Okay. Sagittarius. Okay, so we have the water elemental card reversed. All right. And it says, I allow my body, mind, and spirit to flow intuitively through the changes in life. So since it is reversed, I would say that this represents your struggle to flow, to allow yourself to connect to your intuition and flow. Maybe you're getting stuck in your own, thoughts and mind and thinking that things should be a certain way. And just really feeling like, you can't really get any inspiration or, just feel comfortable in your everyday flow. And so I think it's a reminder for you to just let go a little bit, let go of the details, that you might be holding on to, Sagittarius. I think that, we just had a new moon, so it was favorable to do some planning and getting ahead. And we had that new moon vibe where we get to set some goals and some intentions for the lunar month, which is very favorable energy for Sagittarius, because Sagittarius is the future planner. It's, being able to see things from a wider perspective, like we were kind of talking about with Leo just a second ago. But again, I think that Sagittarius has been in this weird place of not being able to fully put your feet on the ground and see things, clearly, because we've been in this collective state of being in the unknown with all these shifts that are happening right now. So I think that it's important, Sagittarius, for you to let go a little bit and lean into that acceptance of just how things are. And I think that that's going to help you grow. It's going to help you be in touch with that higher intelligence that you're always seeking anyway. And I think it's going to also empower you. So let's see a little more specific. Hello, welcome. All right. And if you're just joining in now, if you can shout out in the comments what your zodiac sign, sun, moon, and rising, if you know it. Okay. So we have the Four of Wands upright, which is a favorable card for you, Sagittarius. So the good news is that maybe you feel a little bit out of whack, maybe a little bit out of control, maybe a little bit unclear. But with the Four of Wands upright, Sagittarius, it is looking like you're starting to get like some security, some foundation, some, the Four of Wands represents building this new structure and having that stable, aspect in your life, like things coming together and it being something that's going to hold strong, something that's long lasting. There are long lasting things in your life. Those are the things you keep, right? And and the rest is just something that is not necessary. So speaking of letting go, what can you let go of that is just not serving you and is just not necessary? Because the things that you're worrying about, that are not necessary or not relevant to this moment are occupying that energy in your mind, and it's keeping you from that creative flow and that inspiration that's going to help you build this new structure in your life. And of course, I'm speaking metaphorically, but that's what I'm getting for you, Sagittarius. I think that you also need to ground yourself a bit, excuse me. Excuse me. I'm joking. All right. Whoa. Okay. You need to accept that sometimes you need to stop and cough and be in the moment. And yeah, and just let it pass and let whatever needs to come through, come through. Yeah. All right. Just like when you're in the middle of a live and you just need to pause, right? Okay. All right. Welcome. For those of you who just joined, if you want to shout out what your zodiac sign is in the comments. Okay, let's see. Wow. Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. So before I go into Capricorn, I do need to drink more water. Okay. Excuse me. So let's see what Capricorn, what you have in store this week. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Awesome. So Brenda's watching with her daughter, and so she's a Pisces and her daughter's an Aries. Okay. All right. All right, Capricorn. That's a beautiful message for you this week. It says, reach for your dreams. For me, this is like a green light for Capricorn. It's like saying, go for it. Whatever you've had in mind, whatever you've been kind of playing around with, kind of wanting in your life, maybe now's the time to take some steps for that, to reach, go outside of your comfort zone and reach for that in your life and see, what happens. And I think that we've been in a kind of a standstill type of energy in the past month, but it looks like now it's time for you to go for it, Capricorn, and just see what happens. And it says, I am the creator of my own dreams and achieve them with confidence. So remember that you are the one who manifests things in your life. So what are you manifesting? And can you shift some of that towards something that's more favorable for you? And let's see if we get a little more specific for Capricorn. All right, so we have the King of Wands. Wonderful. So that is a beautiful card. And it's a card that represents like really being hopeful and also like starting a new adventure and going on a new quest and being guided by your own integrity, by your own wisdom. So whatever this new thing is that you're kind of brewing in your life, Capricorn, it's something that's like an original idea from you. And it looks like it's something that you can have some fun with and that you can really bring more light into your life. So go for it. And I think also the King of Wands, it could also represent, magic and intuition and being the leader of your own guidance, guided by yourself. So if there's anybody around you that's giving you these ideas and throwing you off track, don't listen to them. I think that this card is saying lean on your own wisdom, lean on your own being your own guru. Okay. All right, Capricorn. Very cool. Let's see what we have next. Okay. Libra. All right, Libra. Let's see what's up for you this week. Do we have any Libra in the house right now? Oop. Okay, beautiful. So we have the crown chakra. Beautiful card. So this card is really telling you, make sure to connect, make sure to get in tune with the bigger picture, get in tune with source, and allow yourself to receive that guidance and those messages and that wisdom. It says, I know that I'm a part of source and my life is guided by divine wisdom. So there you go, right? So I think that you're in a state right now, Libra, where you are able to receive, so go for it, open yourself up to that. That's what this message is really about. Libra is the sign of justice. It's the sign of balance. It's the scales. So it sounds like, are you in a balanced place where you're able to receive, right? Because that's really the key to being able to, receive that wisdom from source. Is when you're in that balanced state, it just sounds so much clearer, right? So we do have the Three of Wands reversed, which the Three of Wands represents that there's something on the horizon for you. There's something that is coming, but there are steps that you need to take. So it's like saying, okay, it's coming, but just be patient. There are these, I want to say obstacles, I want to say challenges, that you might have to overcome along the way, but that's the path to getting there. And it looks like it's a new journey for you. Now, when the card is reversed, it might be hard for you to see what's up ahead. It might be difficult for you to accept the challenges. So there might be some resistance coming up for you as far as the work that needs to be done for you to achieve your goal. But it's clear that it's achievable and it's possible. And that's what this message is. Remember to, not give up. This card is really about keep going and achieve those goals. Don't lose sight of your goals and regroup. And so when you pair this with the crown chakra, I think it's saying like, take some time to be still and receive that guidance from source, because that's going to help you see these obstacles, quote unquote, in a different way. And it's going to give you that support and that guidance. Okay. All right, Libra. Very cool. Go for it. Okay. Let's see. We've got Aries, and I know there's Aries in the house. Lots of Aries in the house today. All right, so let's see what your message is. Aries. Okay. All right. Wow. This is a very interesting card. So it's your own path, and it says, I follow my own unique path with courage and strength. And it is reversed. So I think that this is a reminder. So the path is yours and only yours. And it's time for you to recognize that, acknowledge that, lean into that. And Hillary wrote, impatient Aries. Yes. Aries can be impatient because you have so much energy and you're ready to go. Like there's no time. Why wait? Why slow down? Let's get it done now, right? Yeah. So, but this card seems to say, yeah, it's time. It's time to act, but it's time to act on your path, not anyone else's. So this is the time for you to really shine and show your own individuality, your own ideas, and lean in on that, and lean in on, what feels right to you. You don't need anyone else. And I know that, that sounds so individualistic and all of that, but I think that there's a time and place to collaborate and to be with others. And there's a time and place to really trust your vision and go for that. And I think that that is what's coming up here. Your own path. Look at that. All right, let's see if we get a little more specific. Aries. Okay, yep. So 8 of Swords upright. So I think that this card represents you having, being vulnerable, you having to have made a decision, feeling torn between making decisions, and everything that brings up for you. Having to trust other people, feeling vulnerable, feeling like, your life, almost like feeling like your life is on the line. Like, these are like big decisions that you've had to make. But I think that you've been blind to some of the aspects of this reality. I think that you have to open your eyes and see things for what they are. And the truth is that you're the only one that can make this decision. And so you can see in the card that she is surrounded by all these swords, and she's wearing a blindfold, and she's in between these two mountains, these two paths, And so she's like kind of waiting to decide, what to do. And you've been kind of waiting for other people to kind of decide for you. And that is not, what you need to do. What you need to do is follow your own path. And that does take courage and strength. So use that courage and that strength to move forward into what you need to do. Because now's the time. It's very clear. Very clear. Go for it. Okay. So there you go, Aries. Hello. Welcome. Welcome, Maria. How are you? Goddess Dragonfly. How are you doing? So, okay, Aries. That's a very Aries message for you. Go in. Go forth. All right. Let's see who's next. And if you're just joining, remember to shout out your zodiac sign in the comments. All right, Pisces. What? I know we have a Pisces in the house. Okay. So let's see what the message is for you this week, Pisces. Integration. All right. It's time to take some time to put it all together. It's time to take some time to see how everything fits, how everything makes sense, and come together. It says, I combine body, mind, and soul to lift all humanity into a new dimension. What? Damn, that's a powerful card. Look at that. Look at that. So I think that this is speaking to, Pisces, again, is a very psychic sign. It's a very deep sign. You feel emotions so deeply to the point where, you feel a little too much. And so Pisces can also sometimes seem like they're always happy and everything is fine, but there's so much more under the surface. And Pisces is really the sign of integration because it's the last sign of the zodiac. So it encompasses all of the zodiac signs into one. So Pisces is a very versatile sign. It has everything. It represents all, and nothing at the same time, right? So it's that duality of existence. And what strikes me about this card is that it says to lift all of humanity into a new dimension. So I think that what's coming up for me, Pisces, is that you need to remember that you matter, that you're valuable, and that you actually have a lot to offer and to contribute to the collective. And, to your life, to your loved ones, to your family, to your home, you have a lot to contribute. But you need to take the time to reflect and put it all together so that you can be clear. Okay? And so let's see if we can get a little more specific, Pisces. Okay. All right. So there seems to be a battle coming up. So you got the Two of Swords reversed. And I think that this could represent both. It could represent an internal battle as well as like an external battle with someone, like a conflict you have with someone. It could also be both. But I think that you need to take a look at that and realize that, this is not really bringing you much peace in your life. What it's actually bringing you is just wasted energy and attention. And I think that you need to let it go. I think you need to remember that whatever it is that you're battling is just a mirror, it's just a reflection of something that you need to heal within you. I think you're getting stuck or getting caught up in something, and it's time for you to create something new out of it. You need to create something new, birth something new, break the pattern. Like it's time for you to just break that pattern and reintegrate into yourself. So there's something there that's holding you back. Maybe it's a conflict with someone, something petty, something that is just not assisting you. It's just not. So let it go. Okay. All right, Pisces. All right. You're welcome. Yes. Awesome. Okay. I hope that was helpful, Pisces. Let's see who's next. We have 4 more to go. Cancer. All right, my Cancer people, my crabs. Let's see what the message is for you this week. All right, so we have nature spirits reversed. So it says, I respect all of nature's elemental beings and help preserve life on earth. So I think the message here is to remember to connect to nature and remember to have honor and respect for nature. Can you take the time to honor and respect and slow down and have gratitude before you eat your food? Whenever you walk outside, can you consider, what these cards are made of? They're made out of nature, and, I think it's also speaking to waste. Like, is there any like unnecessary waste in your life, in your home specifically? Cancer loves to be home and likes to be in its shell and in its little, nice and cozy. So, can you bring some nature into your home? Can you be more cognizant of waste? Things like that. That's coming up for Cancer. And let's see if we can get specific. Oh, okay. Wow. We have the Tower card, Cancer. So the Tower card can be intimidating, but it is upright. And so it represents an ending. It represents like, something needs to be shaken up and released from your life, right? The Tower card is an ending, but after every ending, there's a new beginning. So there's hope after this card. And I think that, things might feel tumultuous to you, but there's a purpose for it. I also think you need to get out of your comfort zone and allow this transition to happen. And the more resistance we hold when there is conflict, the more intense it feels, right? So go with the flow, be honest, speak from, your heart. And I think also on the larger scale, I think that it also, these 2 cards together really remind me of just what's going on in the collective. And I think that Cancer, you're very in tune with what might be going on in the collective. And you might be really feeling that empathetically a lot in your life. And, you're a very emotional sign. So just let it flow and do what you need to do to take care of yourself. Okay? All right, Cancer. Let's see here. Aquarius. All right, Aquarius. Let's see what's in store for you. And so before I go into Aquarius, remember everyone, I just want to mention that I'm here every Tuesday at 11 a.m. And I also offer in-depth readings for those of you who want. I think a few of you have done a reading with me. So if ever you want to go more in depth into your own personal life, you can book that with me, okay? All right. Aquarius, we have Archangel Michael. I'm sorry, Archangel Raphael. The green color, the green energy, the angel of integrity and truth. And he says, I invite Archangel Raphael to bring healing and knowledge into my life. Yes. So it's really a card of just being in touch with, I love you too. Bye. Thank you for coming. So it's really a card of being in touch with a higher level of healing, right? And really like also being open, Aquarius, to bringing in support into your healing. So whether we're talking about on a spiritual level, bringing in, if you do believe in angels or, guiding spirits or helping spirits, calling that in, remembering to call that in into your life, but also loved ones and other people. And I think the message here for you, Aquarius, is that it's okay to reach out for support when you need it. It's okay to need and want that contact and that connection with others. And I think that you need to give yourself permission to be able to ask for help and ask for support. It's okay to do that, So if you need to text someone, give someone a call, reach out in some way, do that. Allow yourself to do that. And let's see if we get a little more clarity. Yeah, so we have the Ten of Swords reversed. So this card is really talking about, pain. It's talking about pain. It's talking about trauma. It's talking about past wounds, but also that victim mentality, that victim place, feeling beaten down, feeling pinned down into a corner, Aquarius. So this is really showing, the pain that is coming up and the healing that needs to happen. So there might be a lot coming up for you. It's time for you to just release that victim role. So every role that we play, whether we play the victim role or whether we want to be the rescuer or whether sometimes we're the villain, on the other side of each of those roles, there's another aspect, a more empowered aspect. So on the other side of the victim is the creator. Because when we have nothing and when we're beaten down and pinned down, rock bottom, the only thing that we need to do is create. So when we're in tune with nothingness, that 0 point, that darkness, that stillness, that is the feminine void, the feminine energy. And from the void, we have nothing to do but create something out of nothing. Okay? So you need to shift that, Aquarius, and create something out of nothing. That's your healing. Okay? So if you feel alone and you feel like you actually don't have anyone to call on, create something out of nothing. Only you can get yourself out of it. Okay? All right. There you go, Aquarius. Wow. All right. Let's see. Virgo. All right, Virgo. Let's see what the message is for you. Okay, we got the throat chakra. Oh, there's something that needs to be said, huh? This throat chakra. I speak my truth and encourage others to speak theirs. You got to speak your truth. You got to be in touch with the throat. And just don't be afraid. Remember that when you speak it, you're still, whether you get the response you want or not, you're impacting others and you're empowering others. And also, if you're afraid of how it's going to come out or how people are going to react, get in touch with your heart. Get in touch with your heart, and how can you express what you need to express from that heart space? Okay, Virgo, and let's see if we get a little more specific with that. Okay, whoop, whoop. So right away, we got this card, the Seven of Pentacles. Oh, what a beautiful card. I haven't seen this card in a while from this deck. Look at that card. Look at that abundance that you are nurturing and you are creating. And I think the message is clear, like you are creating so much abundance in your life through the power of speech. I think that's what's coming up, Virgo. Your ability to speak creates abundance in your life and creates the ability for you to feel in tune with nature and feel, that fruitfulness of life and the sweetness of life. So speak that into existence. Continue to do that. Beautiful. Yes. All right. Great. And last but not least, we have Scorpio. All right, Scorpio. Oh, I'm so glad you love it. Yay. Thank you for coming every week, Hillary. Awesome. I appreciate you. All right, let's see what's in store for the Scorpion this week. Okay, so we have embrace change up reversed. So it says, I move easily and confidently through the changes in my life. Yeah, allow change to happen and just be curious and see what happens. Like, see what change has in store for you. What can change create in your life? Like maybe it's not what you want and maybe you're afraid of the change, makes you uncomfortable. Hey, that's human to feel a little nervous around change, a little unsure. But who knows? Maybe it'll turn out completely different than what you first thought, right? And then you have the Strength card. So having the strength to embrace change. Look at that. Very clear. Having the strength to walk into this new life. Having the strength to just accept the gifts that the universe has for you, Scorpio. Don't be afraid. There's something new that's coming. And so it's something beautiful and it's just for you. And so it may take some courage. I don't know for what. Maybe it has to do with letting go. Maybe it has to do with having the strength to be the one to initiate that change. Maybe you're the one that has to initiate it rather than waiting around. But either way, go for it. All right. Okay, Scorpio. Let's see what comes for you. All right. That's it. That wraps up our 12 signs. We got through that and pretty quick today. And so as always, I'm here every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Thank you guys for joining. And remember to like and share on Facebook. Follow me on Facebook if you don't. Zenith Healing Center, like my page. And follow me on Instagram if you don't, at goddess_Zenith. I am offering all types of readings, tarot, Reiki, etc. And I wanted to pose a question before I finish. Currently, it's already closed, the sign up for Reiki Level 1, but I wanted to just shout out, who would be interested in a Reiki Level 1? Reiki Level 2 course. So if you already have your Reiki Level 1 and you've been thinking about doing Level 2, let me know. I kind of want to get a feel for how many people would actually be interested in doing that. So, all right. See you guys next time. Remember to always be divine. Mwah! Be yourselves. See you guys.